This is what Antonio Conte had to say about the Belgian striker after the game, saying, "I described him as a rough diamond when he arrived and felt that work would help him become one of the best strikers in the world. He's on the right track and he has everything, the physicality of a centre forward, but also the pace and power of an American football quarterback. He's doing well, has understood what needs to be done, is humble and works for the team." Jurgen, Lukaku is quite polarising when we discuss him here in the studio. Where do you stand on his world-class ability?
I think he's proving it. He's proving it week in, week out. He has incredible capabilities to make the difference in any given moment. So his physicality, obviously, he can hold the ball, he can involve his teammates up front, he lays it off simply. No, he's a very, very complete striker. He's not the most elegant one, but the way he can decide moments is great. I think we have one of the best strikers, and on top of that, he fits the mentality right now of Antonio Conte. He fits that team. He becomes kind of a leader in the way he plays his game. He's not the verbal leader, but in his actions that he's doing, as you said, he's a team player, and that's what Inter needs right now.
Matteo, there were some that questioned the amount of money that Inter paid for him from that move from Manchester United. I remember you being in the studio here saying, no, this is great. This is exactly what Inter needed. And so far, I suppose, you've been proven right.
Yeah, Antonio Conte wanted him from his days at Chelsea, couldn't get him there, and then he goes to Inter. He's got this Chinese ownership, and he's really convinced them, bring over Lukaku. I think he would dominate Serie A. And you mentioned that some people in the studio have doubts about Lukaku. That would be fine if the last time they saw him was in his last Premier League game, but he has been brimming on world class. Everyone has their own definition of world class, but this is someone who's come to Serie A, and yes, sometimes his touch isn't perfect, but he's also scoring more than 30 goals in all competitions a season. He's the focal point of Inter's attack. He's had a great partnership with Lautaro Martinez, and when they're at their best, they're one of the best attacking duos that complement each other quite well in all of Europe. And without Lukaku, Inter's simply a different side. He has pulled them out of poor games that they shouldn't have won because of his individual talent, and he's feeling the confidence of the fan base when obviously we had fans in the stadium, but more importantly, he knows that Antonio Conte wanted him more than any other player.
Gentlemen in the studio, Gab would say, for example, Steve Nicol, that he needs to do it in the big games.
Yeah, I don't want to hear this nonsense. I want to refer you back to Conte's quote. Did he say he has the pace and power of a quarterback?
Yeah.
Yes.
I maybe watch more NFL in your spare time, Antonio. Whatever. Look, the reality here, his non-penalty goals per 90 minutes, so I'm going to wheel out the stats, they've been the same throughout. They're the same now at Inter than they were at Manchester United towards the end with a limited playing time and the manager not liking him. He's incredibly consistent. And what he's added this season is he's added a real personality in terms of leadership. He's the heartbeat of the team. I think he was already one of the most intelligent strikers out there. But on top of that, he's become an assist man. Conte has trusted him to make a lot of his own decisions up front. Conte's football is very schematic, but he's given certainly Lukaku, and to a certain degree Lautaro, the freedom to improvise a little bit with their runs, and they've seized them, and it made him better. He's been a success story at a club that, as far as star signings in the past, has often been up and down.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.